Okay, well, this is Distant here, and I'm casting a team game here on Penguin Paradise. The last few team games I casted were 4v4s, and also a couple 3v3s too before that. But this is not a 3v3, this is a 2v2v2. Here in the top left, we have JustPlainSavage in the lime green playing as Renegades, and his teammate to the south of him is going to be lijahrock in the cyan playing as Guardians. One of their opponent teams is going to consist of OnlyNativeOnline here in the south in the red, playing as Renegades, alongside camilabarrera in the dark blue, playing as Deathsworn. And this is very interesting here. Already building a second lodge inside the teammate's base and actually hogging some resources. This might hurt his team. This is definitely going to hurt their team, actually. The final team here in the northeast is going to be Tubby27 in the yellow, playing as Guardians, and Plasma in the orange, playing as Marines. Okay. So, yeah, the first thing, this is going to hurt OnlyNativeOnline because this is going to take a small portion of his resources. In addition, this is going to hurt camilabarrera because instead of building his second lodge here or here, he's going to build it here where there's not really any resources. Really, no point in the second lodge. It doesn't need to be here. It's dumb. That's my opinion on it. And also, he's overinvested in harvesters on that one point. Tech Lab is coming up for JustPlainSavage. Ooh, it's actually in a position that Plasma might aim to try to snipe this if he sees this, because he might be able to see it soon. lijahrock just getting his second ref up. I'm actually not sure of lijahrock's gender. I'm pretty sure it's a dude. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so JustPlainSavage and Plasma might get into a fight soon. Looks like Tubby is going to join Plasma here. JustPlainSavage might be in trouble if he has to face both of these players. lijahrock, meanwhile, yeah, lijahrock is definitely behind in terms of structures. Just getting the power after the second ref up, while JustPlainSavage is already on his third motor pool. So yeah, it looks like he's going for tanks, which is advisable in a map like ooh, that tech might be in trouble. On a map like Penguin Paradise, going really high in tanks in terms of army composition could be good. I want to say really heavy on tanks. That seems like a better way to say it, but then it might sound like I'm saying going for heavy tanks, which is a very different thing. But the reason having a large amount of tanks in your army composition works on Penguin Paradise is because there's a very short rush distance. It's good for defense, it's good for offense, and when you factor in the fact that this is a 2v2v2 where you actually have an opponent in a new spawn next to you, then it's actually very advisable to be okay. Yeah, it looks like Tubby's definitely trying to snipe this tech, but I don't think it's going to work out for him, because in the end he's just going to lose these rocket cars probably, especially if JustPlainSavage starts production of tanks here, or if lijahrock moves his rocket cars a bit. Yeah, looks like Plasma's going to fall back. Okay, looks like Tubby has reached Spectre Tech. What's going on down here? Yeah, this looks like the least active front still. camilabarrera and OnlyNativeOnline is, doing okay, but I think camilabarrera is definitely, actually, lijahrock is still on Tech 1 too. So yeah, I think the two top players here are definitely JustPlainSavage and then Tubby, I think. I'm unsure about Plasma's skill level, but I think he might be decent because he signed up for the 1v1 tournaments at least. Although I was unable to get fully in contact with him because of reasons. Okay, yeah, looks like Harpies are moving in. They are going to lose pretty much all their health before they even really get... I think they got a single single attack off before really dying, like a couple of them. Really minimal damage sustained by JustPlainSavage's army. He is also on Raider Tech now, moving into artillery. Should have rocket choppers up too soon. Yeah, so JustPlainSavage here Really strong force here. lijahrock's army, mostly depleted, also has reached radar tech though, so we should be seeing Spectres soon, maybe heavy drones for both Tubby and lijahrock. There's the heavy drones. Okay, is that the first heavy drone? I think it might be, because I don't see any others. At least it's the only one alive right now. Yeah, so definitely most of the action in this game is definitely occurring on this front. These two are just kind of like really no defenses here. I think the reason camilabarrera put his base here is because he expected to lose this, but there is a nuke up for OnlyNativeOnline. This could be concerning for the other players, because that means heavy tanks will come out. But on the other hand, the players in the north here are so preoccupied with this front that they realistically may not have an opportunity. Oh no, OnlyNativeOnline is moving in with the heavy tanks. JustPlainSavage, oh no, might be in some trouble here. lijahrock's army is not really in a condition to stop this. Oh gosh, the motor pole, air control, and now a ref is down. JustPlainSavage retreating his forces over here, still in combat on this front. Not good for JustPlainSavage, really not good for him. Meanwhile, camilabarrera has not moved to Skeleton Archer in to support this. It would be really good for lijahrock to build an APC and just crush those Skeleton Archers, but of course I don't think he knows they're there. Another ref lost. This is really crippling for JustPlainSavage, losing so many buildings to this push. Just this attack on a front that was previously not attacked on. And yes, that was actually really bad for our western team here. But yeah, talk about good timing for Plasma and Tubby. They definitely got a good reprieve from that, and all of a sudden JustPlainSavage is stuck on the defensive now, no longer in a condition to press an offense against Plasma and Tubby. Definitely not in condition to do that. Having to rebuild his tech lab. At least he still has his radar, but he's gonna have to rebuild his first air control too, and he's lost all of his production structures. Actually, he doesn't have a single production structure on the field besides this motor pole. He's gonna have to rebuild this ref soon too, I think. lijahrock is under attack, definitely not in a condition to deal with this. I think lijahrock's army is going to fall to. JustPlainSavage is coming in to intervene. Tubby and Plasma, good thing they can't see this, because if they saw what was happening. Oh, looks like Plasma is getting, oh yes, the northern team is getting ready to move in. JustPlainSavage, no forces to defend here, and it looks like he's gonna lose a power and maybe a radar. Looks like okay, yeah, looks like Tubby and Plasma are moving in. JustPlainSavage trying to come back here, getting caught, trapped between two fronts here. And yeah, wow, that is a lot of harvesters, and that is a lot of skeleton archers, and that is a lot of farms. This is like the weirdest army composition ever. But yeah, okay, this is so weird here. But on the other hand, Tubby has a significant force in defense here, just in case something happens. Yeah, it looks like lijahrock is moving in some forces to support JustPlainSavage. The radar has been rebuilt, but yeah, there's only one motor pole and one air control on the field, and one barracks. The air control is dead. The radar seems to be next, perhaps. Or maybe JustPlainSavage's army will be next instead, who knows. But yeah, it definitely looks like the JustPlainSavage and lijahrock team is about to fold. I really can't see them staying in this too longer. The HQ is dead. JustPlainSavage looks like he hasn't surrendered yet, but he's lost. I think he sold that actually, because that's depleted. But yeah, this team is pretty much. Oh gosh, and here comes another force by OnlyNativeOnline. Lots and lots of heavy tanks coming in here, and yeah, just by the fact that they were never attacked, he was able to tech up to heavy tanks. And now, yeah, this army, there's no way lijahrock and JustPlainSavage can stop this, especially with Plasma and Tubby coming in here from the north too. These ogres should be moved back. They're all so low. They really should not be continuing further. They could have been brought back and preserved. But yeah, it looks there's still no activity on this front. Some crazy long distance harvesting going on. Excessive amount of harvesters, definitely. This many harvesters is for sure not needed. Tubby is moving in. He's gonna spot this and be like, what the hell is this? But yeah, it looks like lijahrock is about to die, losing the satellite uplink, which really isn't actually that useful. No real point in building one, in my opinion. Actually, JustPlainSavage and lijahrock holding on this cliff. The satellite uplink barely surviving. JustPlainSavage trying to rebuild his HQ, but I don't know if he has any funds. And yeah, this is going to give Plasma the opportunity to expand his harvesters further. Looks like Tubby is going to temporarily turn his attention down to the southeast front. And yeah, that... Okay, it looks like OnlyNativeOnline is bringing his forces in here. So I think this may temporarily give JustPlainSavage and lijahrock a reprieve, although I do not foresee them making any sort of comeback. I think they're effectively like a buffer state at this point. They basically don't exist. They're just there. Oh wow, OnlyNativeOnline's heavy tank and rocket chopper force is actually doing a lot of damage to Tubby's forces. Tubby needs to bring in the rest of his army, because that's only half of his army was in this engagement. He needs to bring in the rest of his army. Plasma perhaps should also devote some forces here, because it looks like Tubby is going to lose some critical infrastructure here, losing a lot of production structures. Tubby has finally recalled all his heavy drones, also his ground forces from that were on the western side. Yeah, definitely looks like OnlyNativeOnline is going to try to make for the HQ. Realistically, I don't see him taking it. Actually, it's possible. It's possible he might take the HQ. I doubt it, though. But yeah, this will be something worth watching. Plasma, meanwhile, is coming back up this, going to kill some stuff. Kills the satellite uplink. I don't see him getting too much further, though, because these ogres, yeah, shouldn't... These ogres are all very low health. Also, some Fidos in this army, also very low health. Tubby has defended that. Is going to move in here, maybe take down camilabarrera. Yeah, camilabarrera's harvester mass is now mostly gone now. OnlyNativeOnline. What is this army composition? Camilabarrera has only made 2 kinds of units in this entire game so far, and they were harvesters and skeleton archers. Weird. Okay. JustPlainSavage skirmishing with Plasma, trying to gain some territory, expand a little out of here, because, yeah, both of these resource nodes are out now. lijahrock's harvester here isn't actually doing anything. But yeah, these two are basically the ghosts. They're just there. They're not, yeah, not a major force anymore. Realistically, Tubby should be able to take this without too much. He should at least be using his siege artillery to take down this. Is this being upgraded? That's really weird. camilabarrera just started an upgrade on this, but it's been progressing really slowly, because I would assume he's out of funds, because Tubby needs money. Oh, I can see that. Okay, so this is really interesting. Weird stalemate now, where Tubby needs funds from Plasma. Plasma never expanded too much, though. And oh wait, no, he wanted this expansion cleared so his own harvesters could go farm there. Plasma apologizing, moving his harvester up to a depleted point. That's weird. Looks like JustPlainSavage is going to try to skirmish here, to try to protect his harvester, and take out some harvesters here. Tubby also taking out some harvesters there. Plasma is moving in with a new Fido Ogre army here, and realistically, I can't see JustPlainSavage and lijahrock holding this. On the other hand, I don't really know why he even bothers anymore. I honestly think the northern team should just concentrate their forces on taking out this. And the siege artillery should logically not have much trouble killing some of these structures. I mean, all he has to do is send up like 2 light drones or something to gain intel, and then okay, that's something dead. Yeah, it looks like OnlyNativeOnline is out of funds. Same with camilabarrera. Is this still on? Yeah, it's still stuck trying to upgrade. Yeah, these two should both be theoretically running out of funds, because they're out of... Wow, the whole map is out of funds pretty much. The only player who has anything really is, to some extent, Plasma. Theoretically... Oh, wait, this is all mined out. Oh gosh, there's only there are only 2 mining points left. There are only 2 mining points left on the map, and they're here and here. One of them is strictly in Tubby's control. The other one is kind of on the border. Nuke going down. Tubby losing all the siege artillery. Heavy tanks moving in. Siege artillery needs to get out of the way. Tubby needs to... he needs to bring in the rest of his forces here, definitely. He needs to... At this point, everything counts. Oh, gosh. This is really weird. This is really weird at this point. And yeah, this could be interesting. Yeah, it looks like Plasma's now no longer deciding that JustPlainSavage and lijahrock are no longer threats. He's kind of skirmishing a little on this side too. But yeah, this is really weird. I don't think I've ever seen a game get to this point in a team game where all the resource nodes have been dried up soon. This is the last mining node. This node is going to be the only non-dry node soon, and no one can mine from it. Plasma, theoretically, I think could probably manage to mine from. Tubby is going to try. Oh gosh. And the whole chat is just need money. I'm out. I need. And yeah, that I don't think. Yeah, that was taken out. So, yeah, this is really weird. This is actually possibly one of the weirdest games I've casted, because I've never seen this happen before. Because Penguin Paradise, for 1v1 purposes, is considered it has a decent amount of mining nodes, but when you have all 6 players and they're not all on 2 teams, then it's really interesting. All the resources being mined out early on to fund huge armies of heavy drones or siege artillery or heavy tanks. And now, yeah, it looks like lijahrock and JustPlainSavage are finally being taken out, but they're going to try to do as much damage as they can before they leave. They're not just going to surrender. They're going to try to skirmish around with these units, try to take out some Fidos with the armored cars, maybe take out an ogre or 2 with drones. Light drones not going to be able to do anything. Logically, these should... Okay. Tubby should be trying to use this siege artillery to take out this base. That's my opinion. JustPlainSavage, GGing. Yeah, no units remaining for these 2. Gosh, this is weird as heck. Because Plasma's army has been reduced to this. Honestly, I think these 2 players should start selling some of the production structures. They don't need as much as they have anymore. Like, this could be sold, definitely. So Tubby's army is pretty much this. He is selling structures, actually. Plasma is reduced to this. He's asking for engineers for healing. Actually, that would be really good right now. At this point, you need some healing to make the most use of what you already have. And so, yeah. I need healing. Actually, that would be really smart. Tubby is actually... That has reminded Tubby to build some engineers. He has started one, at least. Gonna have a couple more coming into the field. Good move on their part. On the other hand, I'm curious if OnlyNativeOnline has another. Camilabarrera is proposing a full assault. It might work. There's no engineers here. I mean, if Camilabarrera had been making anything other than skeleton archers, I think this would work. But instead... Oh, nuke. Oh, no! Tubby and Plasma not paying attention. Their army has been annihilated. I don't think I've ever seen a nuke do that much damage in the game before. And now Camilabarrera is saying, let's attack. Yeah, that would actually be a very smart move, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Oh my god. Is this going to work? This is going to work! Okay. Oh no, the skeleton archers aren't attacking! They're running into ogre range, but the ogre is going to die being focused by heavy tanks. The ogre is going to die before getting too many crushes. Actually, that was still a significant amount of crushes. A lot of skeleton archers have died to crushes, but yeah, that's the end of the army pretty much for our northern team. Looks like the southern team has won? What the hell? What the actual hell? Oh my god. How did that win? That was actually pretty hilarious. Skeleton archers. Who would have expected that to be half of the winning team composition at the end of the game? On the other hand, realistically, what won the game was the heavy tanks. Yeah.